Hi, it's Connie from Prosperity Finance. I hope you're well. Now, in my previous topics, I always talk about property related. Today is going to be a bit different. I'm going to talk about how to access funding if you are small business owners. Why I choose this topic? Well, COVID triggered this. Since COVID happens in New Zealand, a lot of business struggles. We have done some deals to help small business owner to overcome their cash flow. But also, to be honest, before I had my business, Prosperity Finance, I work in the commercial banking space. I work with big corporates. But until I had my business, I kind of underestimate how challenging it is in terms of resource-wise for small business owners. So I'm a small business owner myself. I know it's tough, okay? And one of the challenges is cash flow. Sometimes you just have that cash flow gap, or you may want to upgrade your equipment. You may want to build a new website. You want to have a business fit out, etc. That's require a lump sum money, but it's very hard to have that kind of decent saving as a small business owner, right? However, normally the only way to get funding is through banks, but it's pretty tough to get approval from banks, especially if you don't have property security. Now, to be honest, from lender perspective, there will be a lot of work to assess the risk of your business, and they need to find out the mitigation, because if they're not comfortable with your business, there's really no alternative way for them to get their money back. It's different from property-related lending, where they have the property security. You know, as a last resource, they can mortgage sell your property. With a business, they can't, right? So they are very, very careful when they give you a unsecured loan. So that requires a lot of efforts. But probably a little return, because the loan generally much smaller than a home loan. To be honest, I don't see any incentive for them to do that. So as a result, most of unsecured loans are declined. And the turnaround time for the approval is pretty long. 3-4 weeks if you're lucky. Now, even you do have security with the banks, you also need to meet the criteria of the serviceability and also the equity assessments. If you don't pass, again, it's a decline, unfortunately. There's a couple other reasons that people don't get approval from the loan, or they don't want to, is because I may not want to mix my business with my personal lending, which is the home loans. Especially sometimes if you tell the bank, hey, I need that cash flow to meet I need to pay my supplier, it probably indicates to the lender that you might have cash flow crisis. So they kind of negative kind of messages. So it's not that good. So people do not want to do that. And also some people kind of feel like it's really complex for tax or accounting reason. Now, you have a home loan under your joint name with your spouse, but this is a business, right? The business loan is tax deductible, so you can claim that interest. So if you top up your home loan, the loan would be under your personal joint names. So between the two entities, you need to apply some accounting tactics, and people may not want to do that. They just make it less transparent and more accounting fee. So there's so many reasons that's hard to get a loan for business purpose. But as a small business owner myself, I know, business require a lot of cash from time to time. COVID just accelerate that. So today I'm going to talk about one of the best solutions in the market that we partner with. So this lender doesn't do home loans. They don't do property-related finance. They purely provide small business loan. That's the only product they offer. So they are specialized in the market. So their loan offer range from 5,000 to about 300K. And their loan term between 3 months to 24 months. And at the moment, they're also doing kind of a promotion, gave breathing space for customer. So for the first 8 weeks, you don't need to repay anything. The interest will be added to the loan, and you pay at the end of the loan term. So that's really great. So that product is great, and normally they turnaround time about 1 or 2 days compared to 1 month with the banks. So really good. That's why I want to share this product just in case you or your family friends need to access to more business funding but struggled. So here's a solution. So the criteria is just 2. Your business needs to be trading for at least 6 months, ideally 12 months or more, but 6 months it will be considered. And second criteria is your monthly turnover is 6 grand. So I think most small business owners fall into, meet the criteria. So, yeah, if you need help in the business finance area, give us a call or email us. We will help you to move on to the next step and get a solution for you within a couple of days. Right. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you find this useful. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.